Welcome to the Quip Corner. As you already know, I'll be talking to another author whose bio, of course, was in yesterday's video. So come with me. Let's meet her and her book, of course. Welcome to the Quip Corner.
Thank you so very much, and thank you for having me here.
You're definitely welcome. You and I have known each other for a couple years, and especially because our husbands are friends. But a lot of people who will be watching this will be like, okay, great to hear that Ada's husband has a friend whose wife is in the Quip Corner with her. But who is this lady?
Thank you very much. My name is Abimbola Olowa. I'm a child of God. I'm a wife and a mother to 3 beautiful daughters. I'm also an author. I love writing as much as I love reading. I'm also a lawyer by profession.
Well, welcome. Good to hear. When I found out online that you had written a book, I was like, how come I hadn't heard? And so I'm glad that we have this opportunity for not just me to hear, but for the world to hear about your book. So please tell us the backstory about your book, what made you write it, and then about your book.
All right. Thank you very much. What can I say? It's something that's been long overdue, if I may put it that way. I've been toying with the idea of writing for a couple of years because I do enjoy writing. I love reading. I have a passion for that. And so during lockdown last year, there was plenty of time on my hands, if I may put it that way, because the offices were closed, we were at home, not doing anything much. So I just said to myself, you know what, why don't I just start writing? And Gbenga's story came to my mind. And I decided to write a book titled Gbenga's Journey. It's a journey that we follow a young gentleman, and it's a journey that a lot of us are on as Christians, where we are, thinking that we've got the right relationship with God, but at the end of the day, we find out that it's not really so, and we were able then to redirect our path. So you find that in Gbenga's journey, he dedicates his life to God, and that's his own journey as a child of God.
Oh wow. It's interesting, when you said that during the lockdown, you found out that you had a lot of time on your hands. And that was exactly what one of the other authors I had interviewed said. She was like, she was talking about not being able to socialize with her friends. And she was like, okay, how can I express how I'm feeling? And, voila, there was a book there from.
Wow, that's nice.
Yes. So, despite how bad the impact of Corona has been, there have been a lot of good things from it. Definitely a lot of good things, a lot to be grateful to God for. Yeah.
Yes.
So can you read a portion of your book to us, please?
Okay, definitely. I've got it on ebook. It's an ebook version that I'm going to read. I'm going to be reading from chapter 7 of Gbenga's journey. And the part that I've chosen is pivotal to this particular book, because this is where he gets to his turning point, where he realizes that he needs to rededicate his life to God. Gbenga held his phone undecided what to do. He had tried to call Morayo a couple of times, but each time he picked up his phone, he dropped it again, giving the excuse that it was not the best time to call her. Who was he fooling? He had fallen for Ayomide and just didn't know what to say to Morayo. Be a man, he said to himself. Call her, arrange to meet somewhere and gently let her know how you feel. God, how did I get myself into this position? He wanted to scream. Compromise. Compromise, he repeated, as the word dropped into his thoughts. How? You know how. Okay, God, I know that I compromised on my belief by dating someone who is not born again. But then I never did anything sinful with her. I have kept our relationship clean. Not once have we done more than kissing. I have never let it get further than that. Surely I have been the perfect gentleman. Total obedience. I require total obedience. True, God, I know I have not lived a life of total obedience, but I do try. Yes, I don't read my Bible regularly. I try to pray as often as I can, but for the most part, I have kept the faith. I attend church every Sunday. I try not to miss Bible study on Wednesday. I pay my tithe, give my offering, and now I'm even working with a youth group. Service is not relationship with me. Service is not relationship with you, said Gbenga aloud. It is your heart I want. My heart? Yes. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. As it dawned on him what God was saying, he broke down as he realized that all he had been doing did not resonate with God, because what God had wanted from him was his heart, not his works. God wanted a relationship, not just a service he was given. He now understood that he couldn't buy God with his service, money, or works. He simply had to love God with all his heart, his soul, and his mind.
Oh, that is so cool.
Thank you.
And it's so true, about a lot of us Christians who think the more activity, the closer our relationship with God is.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. So thanks again for reading from your ebook. So that already means that there's an ebook version and hard copies, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
The ebook version is available on 3 platforms on Amazon. It's also available on Kobo, and also for our Nigerian readers, it's available on Okada Books.
Okay.
And then the hard copy is only available on Amazon for now. Yes.
Okay, that's good to know, because sometimes people feel restricted, like, oh, must I only go to Amazon? But it's nice to know that people can get the ebooks on different platforms. Excellent. Yes. Excellent. So as we draw this to a close, what message do you have for your potential readers?
Well, Gbenga's journey, like I said, is a journey a young gentleman is on, which a lot of us are also on, this Christian journey, where we feel that, the works, like you've said, that, all the activities and the works is what we need to prove our relationship with God is on the right path. But I think at some point in time, he had to introspect. And for the readers, when they read Gbenga's journey, they would kind of be able to, see themselves in that journey as well. And be able to say to themselves, are there areas where I still need to work on my relationship with God? And that it's never too late, because you find that Gbenga is actually a pastor's son. And everyone would expect that as a pastor's son, he is born again, everything is going well with him. Yeah. But it wasn't the case. So you find, you can relate with Gbenga as a young gentleman on this same Christian race that you are on. And what I've tried to do is that I've tried to keep the book as simple as possible so that it's readable by anyone. There's no highfalutin words that come forth there, but very simple and easy to read. And it's quite a short book as well. It's about 120 pages, and so you can read it within a day.
Excellent.
So yeah, that's basically it.
Thank you. That's been great to hear. It's been really good having you in the Quip Corner with me, Abimbola.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. If you've been following me on this celebration, you'll remember the other author who talked about the benefits of Corona, which resulted in her book. Yes, sad as it is, a lot of good things have come out of Corona. And Gbenga's Journey sounds like a great book to get. I hope you consider getting a copy, hard copy or e-copy. Right after this, you'll see the bio of our next guest. See you tomorrow. Bye now.